Welcome to Tech Learners. Till now, we have discussed the basic concepts of Java like looping and conditional statements, if, else, and switch. Pattern matching or pattern designing is the best way to understand these concepts in a better way and to master these. So, from today, I'll discuss few pattern designing using the loops and conditional statements. So, let's talk about the simplest pattern, pattern 1, how we can print this using Java loops. So this is a pattern which is printing one next line 1 and 2, 1 2 3, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4 5. So as we can see that this is a two-dimensional pattern which is consisting of rows, like this is row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4 and row 5, and it is consisting of columns. So you can say this is the first column consisting of all ones, this is the second column consisting of all twos, this is third column, fourth and fifth column. So how we can print this pattern? For two-dimensional patterns, we need to run inner loops, that is nesting looping. We need to run two loops, one for the rows and the other for printing the column values. So let's see the logic behind this pattern printing. Once we talk about the logic, we need to understand three things. That this is a true dimensional, so we need to run the loops, one loop for the row and one for the column. So we need to learn that we need to run a loop for rows and we need to run a loop for columns. Now the question is, if we run a loop for rows, then what should be the initial condition for the loop and what should be the termination condition for the loop and how the loop will be updated. The third thing we will discuss is what to print. So we will see it later. Let's talk about loop for rows. So we can see if we'll take I variable, then we'll have to run I is equal to 1 for the first row, I is equal to 2 for the second row, and similarly till I is equal to 5 for the fifth row. So here we can obtain that the I is beginning from 1 and ending at 5. So this will give us the two conditions. The initial condition I will be 1 and the termination condition I will be 5. And how the updation will goes, so we can see that from 1 we are going to 2, from 2 we are going to 3, from 3 we are going to 4 and to 5. So this will be I is equal to I plus 1. So we have identified all the three things for the row loop. That is, we will begin with I is equal to 1, we will end at I is equal to 5, and we will update the variable I by 1. Now let's talk about the loop for columns. So you can see if we'll take a variable j for the columns, so this is one column, column number 2, column number 3, column number 4 and column number 5. So we can see that the j is beginning from 1 and ending at 5, and the updation from 1 to 2, from 2 to 3, from 3 to 4, from 4 to 5. So the updation is again by 1. So we can see all the three things for the column loop, that it is beginning with 1, it is ending at 5, and we are updating the value by 1. Now the next question, which will be the outer loop and which will be the inner loop. So you have to remember this law that the outer loop will always be for the row and inner loop will always be for the column. Don't worry, we'll see this in the program just after this. So now the next question is what to print. We need to identify that which value we are printing. So let's see, let's match the pattern. Whenever we are into the first row, we are printing 1. Whenever we are into the second row, we are printing two different values, 1 and 2. Similarly, whenever we are into row number 3, we are printing three different values, 1, 2 and 3. So basically it's not static for rows. Let's talk about the columns. Whenever we are into the column number 1, we can see in all the rows for column number 1, we are printing 1. Whenever we are into the column number 2, in all the rows, we are printing 2. And whenever we are into the column number 3, we are printing 3. So this is a static value. That means to print, we can use this variable j. Now let's see into the program. So this is pattern number 1, simplest. So we have a simple class pattern 1. Inside that I have declared a main function, and then we'll begin with the loop. So this is the outer loop for the rows where I have taken variable I. If you remember, we have identified that I will begin with 1 and will go till 5. So the first outer loop will be for rows, and this will be from 1 to 5, and updation is 1 plus plus. Now the inner loop, so this is the inner loop, will go from 1 to less than equal to I. So this is the inner loop. If you see that for the first row we are printing 1 time, for the second row we are printing 2 times, for the third row we are printing 3 times, for the fourth row we are printing 4 times. So that means the ending value, the terminating value of j depends on I. So the termination condition for the j will be j is less than equal to I, and then the updation j plus plus. What we need to print, remember we had identified that we need to print the variable j, and I have given a space just to make it more readable, so that you have a space in between two values, so it will be more readable and will look good. And once we have completed our inner loop, we need to change the line, because just by this loop we have printed 1 row, and now to move to the next row we need to change the line. We can do this just by using system.out.println with empty parameters. So this will change the row. So for the first row, once we have printed this value will be printed, and then system.out.println will be executed and will move to the next row. So this is how the looping is working here, and now this is the inner loop is working for the columns. So let me dry run this. For the first instance, when I will be equal to 1, we will get inside the column. Here j will be executed from 1 to 1, because I here is 1. So this loop will be executed once only, from 1 to 1. And what we are printing j. The value of j currently is 1. So in the first row this will be printed. Next we'll encounter this system.out.println and we'll come to the next row. Now for the next row I will be updated. Now the I is 2, so we'll get inside the loop for I is equal to 2. Now j is 1 and will run till less than equal to 2. That means it will run twice, for 1 and for 2. So twice, so one times the j is 1 and the second time j is 2. So we will be printing this next row 1 and 2. And then again we'll encounter this system.out.println, and this we'll go to the next row. So this will keep going on till I is equal to 5, and we'll have the complete pattern. This is how we can print the simplest pattern into the Java using the for loop. You can also do the same using other loops like while and do while. So keep tuned in, subscribe the channel. We will be discussing more patterns into the coming videos. Thank you so much.